A pleasant day, everyone.
We are the Group 1,
and our topic is
Chapter 15, Women and Violence.
Violence against women, or VOW, is a topic that is difficult both to read about and to write about. So this chapter, we will be discussing the 4 types of violence as defined in the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Law of 2003. So namely, physical, psychological, economic, and sexual abuse. So as you can see, yung Magna Carta of Women in the Philippines, dinidefine nila yung violence against women or VOW sa kahit anong klaseng gender-based act resulting in physical, sexual, or physical harm to women, including yung pagbabanta, coercion, or deprivation of liberty. So sa VOW, in-highlight dito yung mga nangyari ng mga krimen based on gender, constituting an attack on women's gender identity.
Spiritual violence. Women are limited to specific roles in their religion that may be against their free will. Part of this violence involves female abuse such as women are called to be sacrificed as virgins to the leader. There are 3 forms of medical abuse: reproductive or medical abuse, abuse of women intimate relationship, and domestic violence. These acts are forms of rape and sexual molestation often seen in the culture that abuse and exploit their members. Women who are in intimate abusive relationship often have a past history of violence. Women may develop mental health issues because of VOW. Prevention and response. Many of the excuses that are passive justifications of VOW are actually misconceptions. These excuses may involve the female biology and women's socially constructed roles. One may hear the excuse that women are naturally weak, hence, they are more likely to be abused. Others may justify that men are just naturally aggressive. Lastly, VOW is a very personal issue. The stigma associated with reporting VOW is a major issue that hinders these cases from being addressed. It is every citizen's responsibility to foster a culture that makes VOW acceptable.
One particular type of sexual assault that takes place outside of a person's home is sexual harassment. It's not necessary for the sexual act to be coarse or physical. Any act that is sexual in nature can be considered sexual violence. Sexual violence range from rape, marital rape, incest, sexual abuse of children, pornography, prostitution, sexual slavery, and sex trafficking to sexual objectification of women and children. Sexual harassment is defined as the demand for a sexual act or favor in an establishment by someone who has moral superiority or influence over the person being solicited. This definition is based on the Philippines Anti-Sexual Harassment Law of 1995. Whether the victim consents to participate in the act or not, it is still regarded as harassment. It is deemed harassment if the act, request, or solicitation causes a woman to feel uneasy or distressed. Sexual harassment is an issue because it is a form of gender-based violence which seriously inhibits women's ability to enjoy rights and freedoms on a basis of equality with men.
Psychological violence, ito naman is yung na-abuse ka through emotional, which leads to mentally abuse, which cause suffering to a person who experience. It can cause low self-esteem to a person who is suffering from this situation. Actually, this type of violation is so much more in our generation. Like example, defamation, verbal insult, and for example, slap, shoves, hit, punches, push, being thrown downstairs or across the room, kicking, twisting of arms, choking, and being burned or stabbed.